Welcome to Chats Con Sabor. I'm one of your hosts, Joanna, and I'm here with my beautiful co host, Miss Yvette.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to season 4. Wow. How have you been liking this season so far, Miss Joanna?
I've been loving it.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it
We've had
sucks that
some.
we're not sitting next to each other, but
I know.
it's been great. I mean, the topics have been great. Super excited about our book club episode.
Me too. Episodes. We're gonna have multiple,
Yes, we got
just like we
two
did
books.
on last season, but this season we have 2 books that we're reviewing. So yeah, it's it's been fun. I'm enjoying this. I do miss our weekly dinners with our weekly recording, but at the same time, I feel like we've accomplished a lot
Hmm.
so far. Change is good, people. Change is good. All right, jumping into our topic for today, making friends as adults. We had an episode, I believe it was in season 2, where we talked about female friendships. So this is making friends in general as adults. We are going to focus on some things for females because we are females, but as males, we encourage you to leave comments and let us know, is it difficult for you all as men to make friends? I believe in that episode, we kind of took it from the perspective of the fact that males usually bond over similar traumas or things that they have in common, like football, hockey, sports in general. They bond easier than women do. We women, when we truly bond with other females as friends, we bond in a different way, like a much deeper, more complex way. Would you agree with
Hmm.
that?
Yeah, it's more emotional.
Yeah. Yeah. And there may be some trauma bonding there too, because, like if you meet somebody who is going through a divorce or who has lost their husband and you find somebody, you meet somebody that way, then you empathize more with them and you have something in common, that common ground of this is what I went through and this is what you're going through now. And so we can sympathize as well, right?
Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And maybe guide them a little, offer our guidance in that sense. Um, I have a reel right off the bat.
Are we all surprised?
I have a reel, and the reel is, and guess who it's from? Miss Mel Robbins. This one, it says, "Why adult friendships feel so lonely." So let me grab it here. Sorry, I thought I was prepared. I am. Okay, here it goes. Please hold.
We think if we're part of a group, we're supposed to be invited. That's not how adult friendship works. How adult friendship works is you got to let people live their lives. You got to take a more flexible approach because you go from traveling in groups to it being an individual sport, which means it's about your effort in. And for anybody that starts to feel lonely, and look, I moved to a new place when I was in my early 50s. After living outside of Boston for 26 years, Chris and I moved to the middle of nowhere in southern Vermont. And I was the loneliest I'd ever been. And it was literally as if I had gone back to that first week of college where it felt like everybody had friends and I was the odd person out and I was never going to find my people. And the only way you find your people is by finding your people and you taking responsibility. Let me start talking to people. You'll be shocked at how many areas of your life you're expecting other people to do the work. You're expecting other people to give you the things that you want in life. And that's why you feel tired and exhausted because you're expecting them to pick you. You're expecting them to behave a certain way. You're expecting them to create your social life. What if you just flipped all this and you expected it of yourself? And you operated in that way. And you let other people be who they are, which frees you of the burden of expecting anybody to do anything. And then you focus on what you demand of yourself. And what I find very interesting is that the second that you give other people the power, whether it's somebody that you're dating or it's a parent to respond a certain way, you lose all the power in your life because you're never going to be able to control what the person that you're interested in is going to do next. You can only control how you show up. And I realize that's a terrifying thing to understand, but by giving up control, you actually gain it because you're trying to control the wrong thing. With the relationships that are the most,
What do you think about that?
I love it.
Miss
Um,
Mel Robbins always like spitting truth, man. Shit.
man, she
She's
like
good.
mic drops that shit like nobody's business, man.
She really does. She really does. But what do you think about what she's saying though? Is that we as adults, so as children, it's a little bit easier, I feel, because we don't feel the pressures of making the friends. It's almost like a given, it's an automatic. We might have a little bit of anxiety as children going into a new school or your classroom, going from third grade to fourth grade, but it's just easier to find things that you have in common with other little kids, and it's easier to make friends because I feel like kids are a little bit more welcoming. Some kids are mean. I'm not negating that. Some kids are really mean, and sometimes it is difficult because bullying and all that stuff, but in general, we're speaking in general terms. Kids have it a little bit easier or have a little easier time making friends than adults do. And I think it's because we come with all these walls up already because we've been through whatever friendships we have in the past. Maybe some of them didn't work out, or maybe, like she said, you move to a new city or a country and you know nobody. And so it's difficult, I feel, for us to put ourselves out there and be vulnerable enough to say, hey, let me open up. Especially for me, I'm going to say this is exactly me. I am not, I don't let my walls down easy. You know what I mean? I may be social if I'm drinking or at a bar or whatever, and I might talk to people that talk to me. But in a different episode, you called me a social butterfly. I don't feel like I am a social butterfly. I don't feel like I'm very outgoing and welcoming to people because I'm always kind of standoffish about people. And I know you're the same way. So do you feel like there's a difference and it is more difficult as adults?
I definitely think yes, it's different. I think that a lot of our experiences truly affect um, us making friends.
Yeah.
Um, I also feel as though there's so much, I think as adults, we're so competitive too of each other, like there's that envy, there's that. I mean, I'm not saying that as a teenager or 20-year-old, you're not experiencing that, but I feel like when you get older, people have a hard time accepting you for who you are. And, it's always like, oh, you're so this, you're so that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost like it's not jealousy, but it's almost like resentment because I feel like, especially women, we want to be like a certain person. Like there's pieces of that woman that you wish you had,
Mm-hmm.
instead of embracing it and having that friend that has no qualms about talking to other people and
Right.
has no, is absolutely stunning. And maybe you feel as though you're mediocre, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and, you have that jealousy and envy when, if anything, you should be. And this was one of our slice of advice. It should be something that you embrace in your friends. Like,
Right.
there's things that I truly love about Yvette that I wish I had more of, but that's why I love her. Like her logic on things, sometimes when she'll tell me something about XYZ or whatever the situation may be, like I really truly value that advice. I truly value that openness, that trust that she has
Mm-hmm.
with me to be able to tell me, hey, Joe, this is what I think. I truly think this way and that way. And I can respect her opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always mean that I'm going to follow what it is that she's saying, but I do have it in
Right.
the back of my head because I love and respect her. So she might be seeing something that I'm not seeing. And I love and respect that about her. And, you know, and especially with like Tammy and I have been friends for years and years and years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at her and I look at her her openness and her freedom to just be kind to people and just
Mm-hmm.
let anyone in and just share, and she has this warm heart and she just wants to be loved, and she wants to love you and she wants to help you. I wish I had a little bit more of that in me,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, I'm kind, and especially when it comes to my friends, I'm super loyal and I'm in check, but I don't have that openness with everybody unless we're out and we're having drinks, and then I start loosening up a little bit and then I want to talk to everybody, you know?
It's called liquid courage.
She's like that, like all the time. Like Tammy's
Mm-hmm.
like that all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Like she's
Yeah.
so friendly. Everyone can talk to her. She can talk to anyone with no fear. And you know, those are the things that I love the most about them. And you know, your cousin, like she can talk to anybody and
Mm-hmm.
just like she can just she's like a chameleon. She can just mold her way and just fit right in. I wish
Yeah.
I had that. No, I'm sitting in the corner with resting bitch face. Like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, I don't want to
With
talk to you.
me.
You
She's
know?
sitting in
Like,
the corner with me.
yeah. It's I have like my friends just have all these beautiful attributes that I just
Yeah.
admire. Like
Yeah.
with Nicole, I love her like openness and her opinions. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
not afraid, and she's kind, but she's also letting you know how it is at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, but she's very tasteful about it. You wouldn't, if you didn't know her and she was talking to you, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she's the freaking most awesome person on the planet." But you're not reading in between the lines. She's telling you that, hey,
Yeah.
you need to bring it down. You need to check yourself no matter what it is, you know? Like everyone has these special attributes to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like Leanne, she has that one that she's just sitting back and she's watching everybody, and she'll like whisper to you like, "Bruh, that's really that's too much for me," you know? And those are
Yeah.
certain things that you wish you had the courage to say. You know,
Right.
like everyone has these special, I think, old as an older person being in my 50s, I wish I had some of these beautiful experiences that I have now with my friends, and how much I love each one of them for the way they are. And
Yeah.
I wish I had a little piece of them inside of me. I think if I did, I'd be like, nobody could tell me shit, you know?
Well, there's
What
no such thing as a perfect person, right? Like
No, but I'm not
none of
saying
us
that
can be
you would be
perfect. Yeah.
perfect, but you would be, um, it's almost like a transformer, you know? You just like dee, 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 and you're like
Yeah.
all these little pieces all in one person, and you're like Optimus Prime ready to lead the troops.
I like that little analogy for different reasons. I'll tell
Because
you later.
Optimus Prime had the good heart, the leadership. Like he had a
Yeah.
piece of all his soldiers, let's just say,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
He had a little piece of everybody.
Yeah.
And that would be
Yeah.
like fantastic to you learn from your friends is pretty much what I'm saying. And sometimes you're like, "You know what? That would probably work for me. If I
Yeah.
wasn't so scared, I could probably be like that." You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm also the introvert that doesn't want to be friends with everybody.
I can't be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I can't be. I tried it when I was younger. And by the time I got to high school, I realized it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because as honest and transparent as I was trying to be with people, they were not being the same way with me. And so I learned how to put up really, really thick and high walls. And then, of course, the whole betrayal. I don't do well with betrayal. I don't do well with it. And it's happened so often in my life that sometimes, even in my current relationships and friendships, sometimes I'm second guessing. I'm like,
Mhm.
when there's nothing to be in about. And I sometimes I feel like those are trust issues on my part. And I think that's why it's more difficult for me to make friends. But I will tell you something. If I bring you into my life and I bring you in as a friend, then we are friends for life.
Hmm.
Unless you do something or you start acting a certain way or I start seeing your true colors or whatever the case may be. And sometimes it takes me a minute to start seeing all that because I'm pouring into you so much and I'm kind of blinded almost, until I'm not. Until something happens and then I see the true person, whether it be in a romantic relationship or whether it be with a friendship. I see the true person, or even with family members. I see people, and that's a gift and a curse at the same time. Um, yeah, because you get to see all the different sides of people and even the sides that they try to hide from everybody, even sometimes from themselves. Um, and it's just sometimes it just doesn't rub me the right way. So in those situations, I'm kind of quick to walk away, and I cut it like and the relationship might continue on for a little bit more, but me inside I have already detached and I've cut that cord and I'm just moving on. Again, I said this in another episode that we did where I leave slowly but methodically, and then next thing you know, poof, I'm just gone out of your life and you don't even know what the fuck happened because you took me for granted and you thought I was going to always be there and I'm not.
Yeah,
So
I think I kind of move that way too. Um,
yeah.
but then there's times like I have through therapy, I have learned my my boundaries and
Hmm.
what I'm good with and what I'm not good with.
Yeah.
And when I see signs of things that are not good, then I'm out. Like I'm not wasting my time nor my energy on someone that is not pouring into me, and I start hearing from other people that I did XYZ.
You're like,
Okay.
wait a minute. Yeah.
All
Uh-huh.
right. But you were my friend, I thought, you
Yeah.
know? And I
And
think
it's like you have to be the villain in their stories. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
which is one thing that I've told my partner, I've told him, I'm like, I don't care to be the villain in anyone's story because they have their story, I have mine. I lived
Mhm.
mine. I can tell you what my experience was.
Right.
And if you don't like it, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I am
Hmm.
telling you what I lived. And I think I I had a huge transition when I moved to Georgia with a lot of my friends from Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got to a point that and it's nothing against them. Again, I truly believe there's some friendships that are seasonal.
Yeah.
And I was blessed with when, my situation happened with my ex-husband, um, with his passing and stuff, that I had all my friends there. But
Yeah.
I think that eventually they felt as though when I made my change, that I was the one that was supposed to be constantly pouring in to staying connected, to making phone calls, to always being present.
Right.
And I didn't have the mental capacity at that moment to be able to do that for somebody. I didn't.
Right.
I was
Right.
trying to start a new life. I was trying to, process, forget things, trying. And then on top of everything, all the other trials and tribulations with the dating and the this and the that and trying to figure out who I was and all that stuff. Like you don't know what other people's battles are if you don't take the time to reach out to that person and have a conversation with them. Because let me tell you, my phone line's always open. You want to call
Yeah.
me? Call me. You want
Yeah.
to text me? Text me. Because let me tell you, I'm going to text you right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I
Unless
and I
you're,
don't,
unless you're in a meeting.
unless I'm in a meeting. But other than that, you will hear from me. Like I'm not going
Yeah.
to not respond to you unless you're saying sending a semi-confrontational message
Yeah.
to me, and I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Or how
But
to respond in the moment. And you're
yeah,
taking time just to kind of
I
gather
don't
your
even
thoughts
need
and stuff.
time because to me, it doesn't require an explanation from me. Because
Or a
if that's
response.
what you
Yeah.
think, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
I might have not seen it that way, you know? So,
Makes
and
sense.
everyone's lives start sailing this way and sailing this way and sailing this way and sailing this way.
Hmm.
And, you know, everyone's life is changing.
Yeah.
You might be evolved 20 years down the line in a different circumstance while this one is just starting their lives.
Hmm.
It's like everyone's in a different season, and it doesn't mean that you're never going to come back around. That's why I always say be careful with the bridges you burn because
Hmm.
you never know when those ships are going to cross paths again, or you're going to
Right.
need something from someone or anything like that. So,
Hmm. What do we say? Um, I want to say it was one of the episodes in season 3 where Kevin was there, and we talked about like how God sometimes burns the bridges for you,
mhm.
and that's because He heard the conversations that were had behind your back when
Yeah.
you weren't listening.
The funny thing is, I know conversations were had behind my back,
Yeah,
especially with the husband situation. There was
yeah,
people that knew things that I didn't even know that I didn't even know that never even they were supposed to be my friends and never talked to me about them. And they
yeah.
already knew what the situations were. They saw it. They saw it play out.
That's the
But
worst.
you're still calling me that I'm your friend, that I'm close
Yeah,
friend?
yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
son. Like my son says.
Let's dive in just a little bit on that. Because I feel like a lot of people take the stance of, well, it's none of my business. I don't want to be the bad guy because if I tell her something, it's going to seem like I'm trying to talk shit about him or about their relationship. And I don't want to be the gossiper. I don't want to be the one to bring you the bad news. I don't want to hurt you. All those I don't wannas are. And here's the thing with me. You said earlier, like you kind of you take my advice or my words to heart because you know that I'm coming from a good place. If I knew something and I knew that it could potentially hurt you and I knew for sure it was a fact. Now, if I had just heard something, I think I probably still would say, you know what, this is what I heard, but it's hearsay. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just letting you know so you have your eyes open and run with it. Whatever you want to do with it, it's yours. But if I see something, I know something like hardcore evidence, I know there's no fucking way in hell that I'm going to be keeping that from you because you're my friend. You're my soul sister. There's no fucking way that I'm going to let something slide that I know would can potentially hurt you or harm you or has already and you're just not aware of it. You can hate me all you want. You can stay with him. Whatever it is, it's totally fine. He can hate me. I don't care. I don't care to be the villain in that story because you know what? I knew my truth and I'm bringing it to you because that is what a loyal friend does.
Mhm.
So this whole business about like, oh, well, I don't want to this, I don't want to that. I don't want to get in the middle. It's not my place. It's not my, well, if it's not your place as a friend, then what is your place? So I call bullshit on that whole perspective that a lot of people take. A lot of people take that stance and they won't say a word. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I don't care. I'm going to let you know whatever it is because you're my friend. Now, if we were just acquaintances, then yes, I probably might take the stance of, you know what? That's not my circus, not my monkeys. But if you're my friend, and we are friends, we're good friends, we talk all the time, we have deep emotionally connected conversations and we have created memories and we have experiences together, all that stuff. We're not just bar buddies. There's
Mhm.
a difference. There's a difference between a friendship and an acquaintance. So if you are a true friend, then I feel like it's a little chicken shit to be taking that stance as to, no, I'm not going to get involved. That is your friend. And then what does that say about you as a
Mhm.
friend? You know what I'm saying?
I'd,
So
I'd rather you tell me than not tell me.
that's what I've always
I
told
think I'm going
everybody.
to be more pissed off if I knew that you knew and you saw something and you didn't tell me.
Exactly. Exactly. And now I can't trust you. I can't trust you with the safety of my heart because I know for a fact that you won't be honest with me. You won't tell me. You're just going to bullshit me. You're just going to give me little bits and pieces or tell me what you think I need to hear or want to hear. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Again, we go back to trust and or honesty and transparency. So, yeah. Anyway, um, do you prefer, I think I know the answer to this already, but for the audience, do you prefer small circles or larger friend groups?
I prefer small circles.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the large group thing and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I think as you get older, correct me if I'm wrong, you start weaning people out of your lives because out of your life because that's what you start seeing
Yeah.
transparency in everyone
Mm-hmm.
because you've lived what you've lived. I mean, let's be honest. The ones that are like, well, and I've been one of those. Well, they're actually a really good person, but you're watching them do all kinds of shady shit around you,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, but they're actually a good person. Yeah, no,
You're like, why am I making excuses for this person? It's kind of like
yeah,
in a relationship. We talked about that too.
yeah.
When you make excuses for your man, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we trying to convince here? Yeah. I think I know the answer to this one too, but do you truly care about who likes you and who doesn't as an
No,
adult? Cheers to that, sister.
salud.
I could give a fuck less. Like, literally, I have zero fucks to give in that category. I don't care if you like me. I really, truly, true. I lose zero sleep. Zero sleep if you don't like me. Now, if we've been friends and all of a sudden, if you took a turn and you were like, all of a sudden, no, I don't want to be Yvette's friend. I don't like her. She did something. I would want to know what I did because this friendship means something to me. But in general, no, I don't. I could give a fuck less what people think about me. I really don't.
I honestly don't care. And the older I get, the less care I have.
The less fucks we have to give.
I mean, I seriously,
Mm,
I've chalked it up to, you know what? You haven't walked a day in my shoes.
no.
You don't know what I've gone through. You have no idea how I felt that day. You have no idea what battles I've been fighting.
Yeah.
You have no fucking clue, but you want to sit there and judge me. And when you haven't taken the time to talk to me to see what the truth is, what the negative is,
Right.
I remember I used to, when I thought that I had the friends that I had, I used to tell them, you don't know, this is what I've gone through. 2 months later, they didn't give a fuck about the battle I was still going through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No one cares. Well, guess what? I don't fucking care either.
Yep.
Simple, simple as that.
You get to that point. You just get to that point, and it's more trouble than what it's worth. You know what I mean? To try to salvage a friendship sometimes, you just gotta let it go. You just gotta let it go and slip away into
The abyss.
the abyss. Thank you. Slip away
Bye.
into the abyss. Bye
Ciao.
bye.
Sayonara. I mean, but I think I like that about myself now
Yeah,
more
yeah.
because I remember the sleepless nights because a friend wasn't talking to me, because this person didn't talk to me, because this person judged me, because
Hmm.
I remember those times when I was trying to find myself and I was trying to meet all these people and support and women power and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then like it was like a light bulb.
Bing. Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I know who I am. Even with all my flaws, I know who I am.
Yeah.
Hate me, love me.
Don't
You love
matter.
me, I'm gonna welcome you in. You
Yeah.
hate me, I'll be cordial to you because I still am the woman that I am.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can give 2 bucks what you think about me. Two
Yeah.
bucks.
Same here. Same here. So, what's more important to you in an adult friendship? Being liked or having something in common with them?
I I think both are important, right? But
Yeah.
if I were to prefer something, it would definitely be something in common because it's easier for us to talk about things than not.
Yeah.
But then again, I like the the liking because sometimes opposites do attract. It's so funny because I'm the filling between the Oreo cookie with you and Tammy.
Yeah.
I have the spunky on the outside and the introvert in the middle.
Yeah.
And the spunky spicy is on the outside. The
Yeah.
introvert's in the middle. And like when I'm with both of you, you both are so different,
Yeah.
but so similar too at the same time. So Tammy and I are
Yeah.
very different, but we're very similar to a certain extent. And I think with Tammy, it's more we kind of our kids grew up together. Um, we lived in the same town. We shared a lot of the same common friends, and it's almost like we kind of grew up together in a way,
Yeah.
um, as old ladies, but we kind of grew up together in a way.
I know.
And
I
then
hadn't heard the story about you guys until the weekend of your birthday. So I didn't even know that that's how you guys met. You know what I mean? When you shared that
but if
story.
you think about it, our our meet and greet was kind of similar too, because if you think about it, you were a little standoffish when you first met me. I
No, what I'm saying is I'm looking at the audience saying, you see, you see, you see, I'm standoffish. That's just me naturally though. That I put like a barrier, a Michelob Ultra.
so
Sorry guys, I'm making my drink over here on the side, but
so so listen to this, right? She moves to Georgia, and her cousin knows that I'm always by myself. I'm always doing my own thing or whatever. And she's like, "Oh my God, you have to get with my cousin. You gotta call her and tell her to go to dinner." Well, she didn't freaking forewarn me that you have to give this chick 24 hours notice to go to dinner. So, anywho, so I run into her a couple times. We talk, we dance, we have our thing. So one day I got this little freaking hair in my ass, and I was like, you know what? Let me text her. Let me. I think Kim might have been going to like, she was going away something. She's like, reach out to my cousin. Reach out to my cousin. So I
hmm
was like, okay. So I reached out to Yvette. I gave her plenty of notice, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And we ended up going out to dinner and no to the branch
yeah,
that became our little watering hole after a minute. And
yeah.
we had so much fun drinking and laughing,
hmm
and then after that we were just like
Two peas in a pod.
two peas in a pod. In
Yeah.
its torment. We were so
Yep.
it was cool that both of my loves
Aw.
have access to some people, I guess.
That's so cute. Um, I agree that there has to be. definitely stuff in common, right? You have to have a common ground for there to be like even a spark of some sort, right? To start the friendship. Um, I do think that you're right that with the whole liking each other, because I'll tell you what, my best friend of 30 plus years, sometimes I don't like her very much, but I love her. I accept her for who she is. I love her for who she is. But I sometimes don't like some things that she does or says, right? Her political views, for instance. We're constantly clashing on that stuff. But I've learned to manage my own expectations and then also how I am around her. And so, not as to walk on eggshells, that's not what I'm saying at all, but I've learned it's not worth it to me because I do love her. It's not worth it to me to constantly be on opposite sides of everything. I just kind of keep my mouth shut in those senses. You know what I mean? So, not so much to like keep the peace, like I said, like I'm walking on eggshells. It's more of I'm just not going to engage in that conversation. Let's talk about something completely different and I'm there. But because I'm not going to change her, she's not going to change me because I'm an old dog too, right? So we're not going to change each other in those instances. But at the same time, we can talk about things like adults. You know, again, there's some times and some things that she does and says that I'm just like, oh my God, like, why are you doing those things or saying those things? And I'm sure she feels the same way about me. I'm not little Miss Innocent. I have a mouth on me too.
I'm sure
So,
Tammy wants to strangle me sometimes too. Just like I want and strangle her. I hate when she
yeah.
drinks. I hate when she drinks because she goes, and I know she's gonna watch this. She goes from like just having a good time, laughing, talking to like this whole other person, and I'm like, girl, like bring it down.
Yeah.
Other than that, I love her. I love her to pieces. Like
Uh-huh.
I'll tolerate that all day long with her little drunk ass
Because
to
you love
not
her.
have her in my
Yeah.
life, because
Yeah.
I know how wonderful she is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And
we
that's the
have the same
thing.
political views. Sorry.
Well, but that's the thing about I won't say her name because I don't know if she'll watch it or not, but other people will know. And if you know me, then you know who she is. But that's the same thing with her. I know that if I was ever in a bind or like just really rock bottom, I could call her and she would welcome me in with open arms. If I was ever in trouble of some sort, she would be there for me, you know? Um, she'd bring the shovel.
Oh, Tammy too. She'll bring the map, the shovel,
Yep, yep.
the
And
bush.
drive the getaway car.
She'll be like, look, and she'll have the game plan in her head. We'll just
Yeah,
feed them to the
yeah.
fish.
You know that scene in that movie, I think it's called The Town with Ben Affleck
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jeremy Renner, and where he comes in there and he's like, "You can't ask me any questions, this and that," and all Jeremy says, "Where are my keys?" or "Whose car are we taking?" or something like that. Like, let's go. Like, I don't have to know anything. You're in trouble. I'm here for it. I'm here for you. Let's go. So yeah, those are real friendships. But I want to say though that I feel like those are few and far between. Those are hard to find friendships. And those of us smart enough to hang on to those people when they come into our lives, we're smart enough to do that. You know, we're the lucky ones, I feel. I feel
Oh
like we're
yeah,
the lucky ones. Yeah.
1000%. I'm blessed. I've had such great friends in childhood, in my 20s, in my teens, and I
Yeah.
still like connect with them every now and again on like Facebook or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in my 30s, in my 40s, I think every season of my life, I've had like a different set of friends,
Yeah.
with different experiences. And but I'll tell you what, my mid 40s on, I think that's what has opened my eyes to what true friendships are. Like the
Mm-hmm.
ones that you keep close, the ones that you hold closer. I mean, Tammy and I have been through a lot of stuff, but she was the one soldier that was there
Yeah.
when he passed away and everyone else started trickling off. She was the only constant. And
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say from there? You know,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
at
true.
least she knows the skeletons in my closet.
That's what I said to mine in California. And I told her, I said, you bitch, we are friends for life now till we're old ladies and we die. I said, because you know way too much shit about me. And I know way too much shit about you. We can never not be friends. We could get into a fight. And you know what? I think there's only been like maybe two times in our entire 30 plus years where we've had like a serious disagreement where we've had to stop talking for a little bit. Just like take a break, you
Space,
know?
yeah. Tammy and
Yeah.
I have when I was in Jersey.
But there was only twice. It's only been twice in 30 plus years. Like, and that's not to say that we agree on everything. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like serious, like, okay, we got to walk away, you know? So,
It's only been once for us, I must
yeah.
say. Yeah, but I'm a I'm a space giver too.
Yes,
I
you are.
am
Yeah.
I am a person that I respect other people's spaces, their space, their personal space.
Yeah.
I am not a bombard you. Hey, what are you doing? What do you remember? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not a talker every day. That's not my jam. Because
Mm-hmm.
I understand that people, and I think it's because I'm not needy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of bring that same vibe with my friendship. Like I respect people's spaces. I know when, like, I can tell you when Yvette needs her time. I
Yeah.
can tell you when Yvette needs her time.
Yeah.
I can tell you when Tammy needs her time and when she doesn't need her time. Like she called me while we were recording the podcast. And find her call. She's gonna be like, "Bitch." Hopefully, it wasn't
Answer
in
my
there.
call. I need you. That's
But
funny.
that's it's so cool when you're in rhythm with someone. Like
Yeah.
not everyone needs you at that moment. Um, I've
Mhm.
tried to explain that to Kevin. Like he's like, "Why don't you go and do this and do that?" I'm like, I just don't need that right now. Like this is what I need.
Yeah.
I need to be quiet. I need to be just relaxed. I need to process. I need to be by myself. I
Yeah.
don't need a lot of people. I know my anxiety's here. If my anxiety's here, then I'm going to be even more anxious because there's going to be so many people around me. And with my tendencies, and he's like still learning and trying to understand the whole concept of ADHD and anxiety and all that,
Right.
all the things
Mm-hmm.
that I battle with and I've battled with all my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I try to explain everything to him now. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm going through. I just
Yeah.
need space and time. I don't need pressure. I don't need to talk about this right now. I need to focus on this. And I'm a list maker, so I have lists that I go through, and this is where I need to be. If and when I get locked into my creative aspect of myself too, just just let me be because I get hyper focused
Mm-hmm.
on what it is that I'm interested in at that moment.
Yeah.
And so I try to give that respect to my friends because I know how it is. There's times that you're going through something and you just don't want to fucking talk about it. You know, you just want your
Many
time.
times.
You just want your time. You just want your space, and I get it. Like I understand it because I know eventually you're gonna reach out to me and you're gonna be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Do you want to do this?" And then we'll go and we'll talk about whatever it is.
Yep.
Tammy's the same way. When she's going through something, that's when I hear from her, and I
Yeah.
know that she needs me at that point in time. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we're all such interesting creatures.
We are. We are. But
Anyway,
I feel like nurturing those friendships, I mean, the ones that you've already created, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. We're taking a little moment here to bring in our slice of advice. And I feel like this one it's kind of, it could go with the whole friendship vibe, right? Like also relationships. It's talking about relationships, but you could
If
kind of.
Yvette would let me look at the notes prior to our podcast, I would have had our friendship one as, oh wow, what the I actually don't see any of the questions until the day of, y'all. Like, I respect the fact that she told me, look at them. I want you to tell me what it is that you need off the wing.
She has access to them, but I love blind reactions. I love I feel like that's what makes our podcast great because we have authentic conversations. They're not scripted. Sure, I'm guiding us, with these questions and stuff, but the answers are blind. They're blind reactions. So when you have those kind of reactions, it makes you stop and think, and then not makes you stop and think. You react with your first instinct, your first thought, instead of, oh, let me think about this like cookie cutter answer. You know what I mean? That's gonna sound good or whatever. Not that our answers don't sound good, but I just like to have this free flowing conversation, and I that's the reason why I say it. I don't want people thinking like I'm mean to Joe.
And she knows
Don't look at him.
she knows if I'm in there or not because she can see it because it alerts her. So she knows I'm not bullshit when I tell her I don't look at them.
It's true. It's true. All right. I have our slice of advice for tonight. This one says stop working at your relationships. Relationships shouldn't be hard. If you are having to work at your relationship, then something is not clicking. Something is not right. Both of you have to show up as the best version of yourselves, and it should flow if it's meant to be. There will be growth and energetic flow. Love is not work. Guess who said this one? Dr. Joe Dispenza. I watched it on a reel. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like sometimes I've said this before. I'm guilty of this. I've said it before. Relationships are work. You have to work at it. You have to this, you have to that. What he said, I felt really resonated because he's right. When something is meant to be, then you're not fighting an uphill battle. It just is. It might not be all sparks and butterflies and rainbows and all this shit all the time, but you are on the same energetic field. So you are on the same path, headed the right way or the same direction at the right time. There is such a thing as right person, wrong time, because either they're not fully, healed or developed or whatever it is, or you aren't, and I think it takes a lot of courage to say, like, you know what, I'm not ready for this relationship right now. That's a very mature thing to say. But are you going to do a reaction? Go ahead.
Did my face give it away?
It did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really like that one. I think, yeah, I feel like a lot of us, we tend to think that, oh, we have to work hard. Now, that's not to say that you have to choose your person, right? Every single day. That's different. That's different. You have to choose your person every single day. You have to choose love. You have to choose to be in that relationship. You have to choose them every single day. Again, it's not always going to be fireworks and explosions and rainbows and butterflies and unicorns farting fucking fairy dust. It's not going to be a party all the time. So if you want these fireworks and these like, oh my gosh, then you're addicted to chaos. You're addicted to the reaction of them, right? Or your reaction to them. Love is gentle. Love is subtle. Love is safe. Love is kind. Yes. Love is kind. It's not work. I love that he said that. Love is not work. It is not work.
Love is not work. I kind of agree and disagree with it. But
Yeah.
I love what you said, the second part. Hold on.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Very pleasure. Now I know where to put my fingers, so I'm starting to get it, y'all.
We said on on a different episode, because that was our first time we used it, that Miss Joanna is our new what do we call you? Audience hype person?
I'm
A hype
the
person.
audience hype girl.
Yeah, audience hype girl. She's our audience hype girl. Hmm.
It, wait until I get on point with it. Wait, it's coming.
It's coming, y'all. It's coming. All right. Next little subtopic I have for you. How often should you be in contact with your adult friends? Daily, weekly, monthly? Now, you are very good. You just told us that you're really good at giving space and giving us our time to kind of process through things and everything. But what is your natural cadence? I know between you and I, we text all the time, but because we're constantly talking about the podcast. But like my bestie in California, I don't text her every day. I don't even text her weekly. We text like whenever something random pops in our head, and then we're like, hey, blah 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 blah.
I'm more of a monthly kind of gal,
Mm-hmm.
and it does have to do with the way my brain works. It's
Mm-hmm.
no offense to anyone that I don't want to talk to you. It's just JoJo's checked in something else because that's my brain.
Yeah.
That's how I'm wired. It's not like I'm trying to offend you in any way, or I don't want to be around you, or I don't want to talk to you. It's just, hey, here's the road. Here's
Mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah. 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 It's like, sorry, out of sight, out of mind. And that's how it is with people with ADD. So if you have friends who have ADD, then yeah, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort. There's times where I'll just be like, hola. I text Joanna, hola. And it's a random question, or I'm just checking in saying, hi, how are you this week? Or what's been going on? What's the tea? Or I have tea for her, so
We keep each other abreast of the situation.
yes, 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 we do.
And I'm not a phone call kind of girl, but I will call Yvette
Yeah.
and I will call Tammy. I'll talk
And
on the
but
phone.
I
They're like the
actually,
only two people I talk, only two girlfriends that I talk.
yeah,
No,
on the phone.
anybody else.
Yeah. And it's funny because with my bestie in California, I very rarely call her. We very rarely, only if she's driving or I'm driving, or we need to discuss something at length, like if we're planning a trip or something like that. Then we'll jump on a call. But mostly it's texting. It's a text here and there, maybe once or twice a month. Sometimes we go a couple months and we're not texting, we're not
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
unless something happens. And then I'm like, ooh, hey, I got some news for you, or she's got news for me. But she and I have pretty much, for the most part, have lived apart from each other. So, different states and stuff. So, and when we were in the same state, we used to hang out often. So very rarely did we text or call, because we would wait till we saw each other, and then we just be tick, 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 just talking away. So
Like you
yeah.
start collecting all those little all that information. So when you
Yeah.
do together, you're like,
Uh-huh. Exactly, exactly. All right, so the next thing says adult friendship depends on three pillars: proximity, timing, and energy. We just literally said this. Proximity. If we're living in the same state and the same city, then where I'm going to see you often, then most likely we're not going to text that often. But we're going to see each other often because we live right down the street from each other. So that's proximity. And then timing also depends on, I think, the timing in our lives, especially as adults, like we're very busy. Everybody has lives. Sometimes, especially when you have young children, so you've got your families that you've got to take care of, your husband, your jobs, your careers. It's really hard. It's really hard. I go back to comparing it to when we were kids. When we were kids, people were a little bit, it was just easier and people were more open to being friends. It's just like, oh, we have the same color shirt on. We're friends. you know like that's just the way it was when we were kids. But now we really have to put in effort, especially if we want to nurture and foster the friendships that we have. So,
Riddle me this, Batman. It
yes,
might be baby boomers different from Gen X, different from millennials, right?
probably is. Yeah.
So my mom, she's the baby boomer.
Mm-hmm.
She had girlfriends. I mean, not from now because she's in PR. She sees some of her friends from when she was young, a young kid. But
Mm-hmm.
when she was here, like she had friends for like 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Do you think, let me just add a little question to our question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that things were just so much simpler back then to be able to to keep these friendships for long periods of time?
Yes. Yes. And I'm gonna throw in a little monkey wrench in that too. Another level to that is the fact that we have technology at our fingertips. So back then you had to put forth the effort to go drive to your friend's house to see if she was there, drink some coffee, eat some donuts, or call on the phone, yeah, on the landline. Um, yeah, it took more effort, but it was just easier because we didn't have so many other distractions aside from if we were a working mom, which not very many were, but if we were a working mom, we had husbands, families, we had other things that were distracting us, keeping us from our friends. So we had to put forth that effort, but it was easy because we didn't have the distractions that we have now, which is this device in our hand that takes up all of our fucking time.
Don't you think now that things are more available, friendships should be a lot better and they should take it should be easier to connect than disconnect.
You would think, but now I feel like the friendships now are even more superficial than they were back then. Again, you had to put forth the effort to drive to your friend's house, to go see if she was available, to see, or to make plans that, hey, we're going to have a barbecue, a cookout, we're having a block party. A lot of people were friends because they were neighbors. Like, nowadays, because of this device in our hands, the friendships are very superficial. Friendships are just different now. They're very, very different. That's why I said when you have true, authentic friends, make sure that you nurture those friendships and that you actually pour into that friendship because they're hard to find. And even when you think that somebody is a friend, they end up showing their true colors and then that friendship just dissipates and it's for a season. We're going to talk a little bit more about that going forward. So. I love our audience hype girl. So good,
Take
so
it
good.
away, Tony Canale.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, we're switching gears a little bit, and I'm sorry, but my nose is so stuffy, and now it's starting to get runny. Oh gosh. Okay. Can you be friends with someone you've been in a relationship with or have had sex with? Dun dun dun. What do you think?
I'm trying to think. Um, I'm still friends with guys that I dated when I was younger, like when I was in my 20s before I got married and all that. I'm still friends with.
Okay.
Um,
Friends, friends, like real friends, or just like Facebook friends?
more, I would say more acquaintances
Yeah.
than when we were friends when we were kids, because
Okay.
I still consider 20s still growing up. Like you're really not an adult to get to about your 30s,
Right.
you
Right. We're
know?
still kids. Yeah. We're still learning.
So, yeah. So I think depending on the circumstances, how long that friendship was, because the last thing I wanted is for someone to come in and be like, "Well, I know her and I know her well, and I know that." I don't. My partner doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
my boyfriend doesn't want to hear that. My fiance doesn't want to hear that. My husband doesn't want to hear that.
Right, right.
Nobody wants to hear that. So I think it's like kind of sticky. Could I? Yes. I am very big on not holding grudges.
Yeah.
Um, so to me, talking to somebody that I dated or had a relationship with, to me, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I am happy, I'm confident, I'm stable in who I am, and I'm stable in my relationship.
Hmm.
So there's not nothing that you can really say or do because obviously we're not together, so it didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
throw a missile in this. Like, come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
What do you think, Yvette?
I kind of teeter on this. I kind of teeter on this because do I think that two people can be friends after they've had sex? Yes, but I feel like the attraction will still be there. And um now, if you're talking about like in your situation where you were in a relationship with them, had sex with them in your 20s, like early 20s, and then you got married and 15 years you were with one man, and then you got back in contact or stayed in contact throughout. That I feel like that's a little bit different because like you said, we were younger, but I'm talking about as adults, real adults. So as in this day and age, our generation, I feel like it's a slippery slope. Can it happen? Yes. Can it just be friends and that's it? Yes. But that person knows you intimately. You know that person intimately. And it's like, I don't know. But I'm going to put in there like my ex husband. Him and I, we're friends now. We talk and we're cordial. Like, but does he know every deep, intimate? That's why I asked you, are they friends or are they acquaintances? There's a difference. So, am I really friends with him? Is he really my bestie? Do I still confide in him and stuff? No, I don't. I don't confide in him. He's not that person. He's not my person anymore. He's his wife's person now.
Well,
And
you've moved
so,
out of that stage. Like that stage is gone.
yeah.
Now it's like you guys are friends, but
I,
that's as far as it goes.
I think I find I find the word friend, labeling it a friendship, I find it difficult. Or I'm having difficulty with it just
Well, you
because
guys
like
are you can't be acquaintances because you're parents to the same children. So what would you label it?
because we procreated. No,
You're
yeah.
married.
No.
You guys were married for 22 years, and then
But
you
that
procreated.
but that's what I'm saying. I mean, he knows me intimately. He knows things about me that not very many men do. And I know things about him. I know a lot of things about him. Intimately, physically intimately, but also up here and here. We went through a lot of shit together. We were together for 22 years. So that's a long time, you know? But again, I know my place in his life. I if I need somebody to talk to, I'm not going to go running to my ex-husband to be friends with him and tell him, "Hey, I need some advice on this." That's not the kind of friendship we have. It revolves more around our kids. So, that's why I'm saying I teeter. I know it's possible, but at the same time, if you have this attraction to somebody, I feel like you can't be friends with them because in the back of your mind, you're constantly thinking, when am I going to have this chance with her or with him? We
So
know somebody.
you guys are family. It's you guys aren't friends. You're more family
Okay,
than you are
there we
friends.
are. There we are. So we're family. But there are other men that I've been with that I've had sex with that I can't say, "Oh yeah, we're friends. He's my buddy. We go drinking at the bar" because I already know him intimately. And if I'm feeling kind of fresh after having some shots of tequila, then hey, we've already been together. It's easy. We've already been together. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying,
It's
but
a slippery slope. That's all I'm saying. It's a slippery
I'm not
slope.
wired that way. Like,
Neither am I. Truly, I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm kind of painting the picture of let's not be naive to think that there's only friendship there.
no,
Because if there's attraction or worse, you were in a relationship and or you had sex with this person, then either you or they are always going to look at you in some kind of way, and I bet you, I guarantee You open that door to any one of those men, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm here." So
I'm just,
that's all I'm saying.
I, I am weird. I must say, I am unique.
You're looking at it from your perspective, though. You're not looking at it
No,
from their
I
perspective.
get it, but to me, I understand that. But to me, and maybe there's other women. I don't know. Let me know. But once a door is closed for me,
Then it's door, and then it's door, then it's
it's
closed.
done. I don't. It The nail is in that coffin.
Yeah,
Like, I don't look at you in any other way. I don't look at you as appealing. I don't look at you in a sexual way. I am being dead freaking honest with
yeah,
you. Maybe
yeah.
it's my Sagittarius. I don't know. I don't know. But that's how I am. Like, I don't have, maybe it's because whatever the situation was, I was burned, whatever, and that helps put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this. I I have no interest, no appeal, no, like, I can seriously have a full on conversation with you and not, it's just the way I'm wired. It's the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's weird because I am totally blocked off to whatever.
I don't think it's weird. I feel like women are better at that than men are. That's what I think. I think men are less inclined to block that shit off because men are wired that way. They're wired to look at women in a sexual way, in an attraction way, there are those few men that are very emotionally connected to women.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel I feel like that's more of like a trauma thing, like just they maybe didn't have a good relationship with their mother or their grandmothers or their sisters. Yeah. Or they grew up really close to their mother and their sisters because they were the only boy. And so they tend to have better relationships with them. So, but those are few and far between, I feel, for the most part. And I'm speaking in very general terms, and I'm not pinpointing, I'm not saying any of that. And I'm not even talking about you with your situation. What I'm saying is, in general, men look at women in a more like sexual way. And if women were to open up that door, that they would just walk in, they'd be like, yeah, sure. Maybe not if they're like married or in a relationship. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying like just friendship, and you guys have been together before, and so there's like a familiarity there, and there's a comfort. If I was stuck in an elevator with my ex-husband, like, would I have sex with him? Probably not. Like, I'd be like,
No
mm.
offense.
No, none, no offense to my ex-husband, but
The ship has sailed.
the ship, and like you said, that nail is in the coffin, and that's it, it's over and done with. But it's a different situation with him. That's what I'm saying. Like, in general, generally speaking, I feel like it's a slippery slope. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Let's move on from that.
Okay. Okay.
You have
Yeah.
our what the fuck. You have our what the fuck moment. Let's
Oh,
go.
shit. Damn, I got so wrapped. Espera. Please hold. This is perfect for this topic, y'all.
Show us, show us.
Female octopuses will strangle and eat males who annoy them when they aren't in the mood to mate. What the fuck, people? What the fuck?
Listen, I just want to say that nature has a way of balancing shit out.
So the woman takes the man out. Whoosh.
Mm-hmm. Like, papa, get out of here. I don't
I
want
saw that and said, that is my what the fuck moment right there.
What
There
was
it is.
it? There was something else.
Hold on. I want to show you the picture.
Yeah.
Y'all are going to freaking die. It's an actual octopus choking the male.
Oh my God. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Is there a different word for male octopus and female octopus? I wonder.
That's a good
I don't
question.
know.
I should have dug into that.
Like lion, lioness, you know what I mean? But there was a reel that was going around, and was it a, oh man, I can't remember. I don't know if it was fish or Wow, I can't remember. I don't know what animal it was, but it was like, oh yeah, the female will play dead and be like, oh no, and then the little meme was like, oh no, Carl's coming, and we played dead because she
Oh,
didn't want to have, because she didn't want to mate with him.
I know which one you're talking about.
I just can't remember.
Is it the bullfrog? Is it the frog? I think it's the frog.
Is it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it's the frog because it shows the frog on a lily pad laying like
Like,
this.
oh no,
Yeah,
Carl's coming.
yeah. I think that's I think I've seen that on Instagram. And it's
Let me
like
play dead.
when a frog, a female frog, I forget what they're called, is not in the mood to mate, and they have her on the lily pad like this.
She sure looks like she's in the mood when she's laying back like that.
Duh,
Take
wrong
me, Carl, take
position.
me.
But then again, with a man, no position is the wrong position because they'll find a way.
Yeah, that is so funny. That's true. That is so true. Okay, so when you stop making efforts, this is something that I saw on a meme, right? When you stop making efforts, a friendship ends. That is because it was always one-sided.
Well, you could play devil's advocate in
Yeah.
that too, because people are built different.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but life happens. And some people are a little bit more sensitive about friendships than other people.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a that's a hard one. That's a hard one because I guess it would depend on the situation, you know? Because
Well,
I've been on both sides.
I think we tackled this on a different episode in episode in season 2, where we said something similar. Where is that person really incredible, amazing, or is it because you're giving them your energy and you're making them out to be this incredible, amazing person in your mind? And so they're seeing that. So, in other words, the more that you pour into them, it's your energy that you're pouring into that relationship. Right? I feel like it's something similar to what they're saying here. It's like you stop putting so much effort into the friendship, and if it dies, it just stops. It's because you were the one keeping that friendship alive. It was one sided. It was a one sided friendship. So it makes sense. All right. Now I have a reel that I want to share with you guys. It says women replace about half of their friends every 7 years.
Women replace about half of their friends every 7 years.
Yeah, so men and women. Yeah, there's research that finds that we replace half of our friends every 7 years. I hope that makes people feel a little less ashamed if they have friendships that don't work out, because what that says to me is that there's this natural pruning that happens throughout your life. I also hope that has people release any shame around needing to make new friends, because I hear people say, I'm out here making friends at 42. I should have had all my friends from high school. Really? Because I know some of the friends
The
I had in high
stigma.
school, it would not be appropriate for us to still be friends. It wouldn't make sense to where I am right now or the values I have right now. And so if we are dropping or shedding new friends every 7 years, that means we need to be picking up new ones. Because what does that churn rate look like? How am I positioning myself to invite new friendships into my life? So I hope it shows us that we will always be having to make new friends.
Here for a season or a reason, right? A
Mhm.
season or a reason or a lifetime. And I mean, again, I'll say if you are lucky enough to find those friends and be in one of those friendships where you know that it's just going to withstand the test of time. And I think that's why they say if you're friends with somebody 7 years or longer, then you're pretty much friends with them for life. I thought this was kind of apropos for this episode. Too busy is a myth. People make time for who and what is important to them.
True. Oh, no.
Amen. 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 Yep. Amen. Amen, sister.
I used to
Um,
that.
All right, this last reel that I'm going to share with you guys because we got to go. But this last reel is sometimes we need to learn how to break up with friends. We're always concerned about breaking up romantic relationships when they no longer serve us. Like it just, but sometimes we need to learn how to break up with friends. So let's listen to this lady.
Did you know in adult friendships that sometimes we need to learn how to break up with friends? And here's what I mean. There are a lot of friendships that they work for us for a season of time. They work for us when we're single. They work for us when we get married, when we had a certain financial situation. As much as life can change and life is messy, relationships and friendships can change. Just because you have even maybe a long history with someone, it is okay to acknowledge this friendship is changing. And guess what? Most of the time when a friendship is changing, it's because one or both people have changed. We just need to accept that and normalize that. I think a lot of people feel shame when they have friendship problems. I can't tell you how many grown women come in and need to talk about a friendship. They shame themselves from the beginning and say something like, I know this is so stupid that I'm even talking about this. What am I in high school? And I'm like, no, don't do that. Our friendships are really vitally important. Of course, we're going to struggle. Any relationship is hard. Any relationship is going to bring up our own stuff. And it is okay to put space or distance in some relationships. In extreme cases, we may need to say, I can't be your friend anymore because your presence in my life has become too toxic. But I just want to normalize that sometimes we do need to break up with friends, or at least let friendships adjust to a different level of closeness.
Don't talk to your partner about something complicated.
No, in adult friendships.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I need to remember to keep my finger on the damn button.
What?
I'm learning.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. All right. I have our words of wisdom for tonight. Okay. We're going to make, only because we were talking about like ex-spouses and stuff like that during this one. I'm going to choose this one. It's very simple. The only in big letters, only family member you get to choose is your spouse. Choose wisely.
Oh, hold on. That is brilliant.
It is.
Not a lot of people think about that.
I didn't think about that. You're born into the family. You can't choose your mom. You can't choose your dad. You can't choose your aunts and uncles and your cousins and your brothers and sisters and your kids. You can't choose them. The only person that you can choose to be your family is your spouse. Ding, ding, ding. God, I love this shit. Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my God, this better come out good.
I think it's gonna be great. Oh my God, Miss Joanna. We're having so much fun this season. I love it. I love it. I miss you. Like being right here, right next to me. But
I'm like truly an empty nester now. Like truly. My friends are both.
yeah.
I mean, I have some friends here. It's different dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have their lives. I have my little secluded life.
It's okay. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Thank you everybody for joining us on this episode of Chats Con Sabor. We had a great time and I hope you took some good key points from this episode. Let us know what you think about how hard it is for adults to make friends. Give us your stories, your comments, leave it below, please.
I know that y'all have some stuff and you have some stories.
Oh, yeah.
Share those bitches. We want to hear from you guys. Come on.
Yeah. Most definitely. Until the next time, until we see you again on the next episode of Chats Con Sabor.
We love
Mwah.
you.
We
Thank
love
you.
you. Adios, amigos.